In the plugin section, we will search for the plugin and its name is AMP. Okay, so here we can see two plugins basically. The number one is the AMP for WordPress and the another one is AMP for WP, Accelerated Mobile Pages. So instead of installing the AMP for WordPress, we will install the AMP for WP, Accelerated Mobile Pages. And why, we will discuss this again. We will discuss this. Now I'm activating it. After activation, sometimes it takes some time. Okay, so it's activated. Now I will go to the setting. In the settings, I will enable, basically first of all click on the settings, then go to the analytics section, because you have to enable the Google Analytics as well, right? So here I am enabling the Google Analytics code. I have implemented the the code. Now I'm setting up the logo and all here, and where all I want to enable the AMP thing, right? So for on this website, it is basically a blogging website, so I will enable it for the pages and for the pages and for the pages and for the blogs. Now I want to enable the advertisement as well, right? Because I want to monetize the my web blog. So here is the advertisement section where I just have to enable the settings, right? So wherever I want to show the ads, I can enable that. Now in the SEO section, whatever I want to put in the additional header section, I can put it there. And I'm already using Yoast plugin, so I'm using Yoast setting here, and I saved all these things. In the performance, if I want to minify the HTML and the JavaScript, then I can do that. I would recommend to do that. And the analytics setting, we have already discussed about that. So okay, another thing, if you want to enable the Facebook pixel and other codes, so here you can select whatever you want to do. This is the structured data settings. And you can upload your image, you can resize whatever the size you want to do, you can give it. And the most important thing, the GDPR notification. The GDPR notification is something you have to be, especially if you are getting traffic from the European Union, you should enable that. Right, you should enable the privacy policy. You should tell your users what all what all kind of the data you are storing, what kind of how they can remove their data if they want. All these things you can enable. The GDPR is a different it's a different kind of subject. We can discuss that in some other video, but today I will simply show you how to enable the GDPR here. Now the push notification is something something important nowadays, and because of its open rate ratio, it's a pretty good tool. The contact form support, here the contact form supports are here. If you want to enable the comments, then you can do that. In my case, I'm using comment section in few cases, right? So I'm enabling that. I'm just using the WordPress comment, so I'm enabling that. But if you are using some other, you can do that. In this section, you can have some some kind of the HTML code, custom HTML code. If you want to do that, you can add that. Now this is about the translation panel. If you want to if you are not using the English language website, you can translate it. So now we are done with the AMP settings, and now we'll check how the AMP will look like, right? So here, that's my website, and after the URL I just need to write the AMP, and you can see it on your desktop. But in the case of mobile, you just need to go to your mobile and put the AMP after the URL. Since this website is not indexed on Google yet, therefore I have to use the AMP. Else, otherwise, once the website is indexed on Google, it will directly open on the AMP. All right. So this is how it will look like. So it's a pretty handy. It's pretty good to have AMP on your blog, but here I'm using the Google and the AMP validator. I just need to put my URL here. I can run the test, and it will